Hello and welcome to the end of this league where we're playing the 9th place list and made it to the Open Mox qualifier. Yeah, this list doesn't have ancient strings, has 4 Llanowar Reborn, has 24 lands, all sorts of crazy stuff. But in the last 2 matches we're playing against Bogles.again, which is not a matchup we see a lot of. We played twice in a league. And then we're playing against Crabvine, which is took top 16th on the last Modern Challenge. So it's a deck that you may find now and then. Yeah, both of these gonna be here, and at the end of that I kind of give my thoughts about this list, how I would move go moving forward, and basically just too long didn't watch. I think we could learn something from that list, that you don't need ancient strings stones 1 to 3, so maybe you don't need to play 4 ancient strings, you could play 3 ancient strings. That's something I want to be trying in my next league, cutting 1 ancient strings down and adding 1 extra Llanowar Reborn. And I feel that Llanowar Reborn has been impressive consistently as I've been playing, and cutting a untap land from Llanowar Reborn always feels bad, because inevitably it will be that turn that you need like the 3rd land drop and you'll draw Llanowar Reborn and it will be terrible. But having access to more Llanowar Reborns just makes sense in my mind. Also the thing Gemrazer versus Nature's Claim I also address. Basically I will be trying the Gemrazers because they're really good against Eldrazi, but they are also worse against Bogles. That's a trade-off. And it's actually pretty bad against Burn, but people are not really playing Burn nowadays. They're playing more red prowess, or normally blue red prowess or black red prowess. So we probably shouldn't be worrying about Burn too much. We shouldn't be probably worrying about Green Tron too much, because there's not much of that anymore. So I give my thoughts about how I build my list, and actually build it, there for like my next league, and it's probably a list I'm gonna be running. Yeah, Mental Game seems quite diverse right now, so you need to have kind of answers to a lot of things, and I really like ancient strings. So the key of ancient strings is that it allows you not only to find threats or lines, but it allows you to find these sideboard options like Torpor Orb, Scales, Relic of Progenitus. Some of these games we were like, oh man, if I only drew that 1 card. And basically if you think, okay, you have 3 Ravagers left in your deck, and basically you have 3 in 40 or 3 in 45 chances of drawing it. Whether if you have ancient strings, because it digs so deep, I mean the chances of finding it goes much higher, right? So yeah, in general that's my thoughts, and you can see more of it at the end of the video. But if you enjoy the content, please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. I like them, you like them, everybody likes them. It helps grow the channel, helps build this community of people that want to get better at Hardened Scales, want to get better Magic the Gathering, and makes me happy, which is basically the reason. Anyway, thanks a lot, thank you guys and girls, and I'll see you in the matches. Hello everyone, and welcome to round 4. We are here playing Hardened Scales without ancient strings, with 4 Llanowar Reborn, all sorts of goodness. We're currently turn 1. I'm sorry I did not play. Actually, didn't play my best yesterday. I was pretty tired, and Hangarback got the best of me. Opponent is not mulligan, and we're playing a Dead-Eye enemy. Okay. And they're playing Temple Garden and tap. This is a Bogles player again. So yeah, I did not play my absolute bestest in that. Oh my god, we're playing against Bogles again. Why? Anyway, so yeah, sure man. You got your Boggle. Yeah, we're gonna play the Scales, we're gonna play the Ballista, we're gonna play Ravagers, and let's see if we can win. Yeah, Welding Jar would be a pretty decent draw actually. Rise on Canopy. I mean, the good thing is they take damage from the lands. I'm gonna do something. Oh lord. So this has Reach now, and it has Hexproof, and it's a... And... okay, so now also has Lifelink. I mean, most likely they will have the... they will have something that will allow them to block. I mean, to make it either Daybreak Cornet or the other card, right? So maybe playing Hangarback's the way. Play Ballista next turn. I know. We can play Hangarback and try to block Because next turn we cannot win with Ballista. So we play Ballista this turn, and it will be 2-2, right? Then play Ravager, graft onto it, move the counter. That's a 7-7, it's still not enough to kill. And I think there's a chance we can actually block this turn, so we're gonna go for that. This is where Metallic Mimic would be, of course, right? I mean, this is where Metallic Mimic would be a fantastic draw. I mean, if they have the nuts, then we do that. But if not, we can probably play a Ballista next turn. Protection from creatures, right? So 3/3 protection from creatures. It's not the end of the world. We're not dead. So still has to tap, which is kind of good for us. Regain life. Another Hangarback. So I don't know whether to play a Ballista or to play a Ravager. Kind of block either way. They have Path to Exile sometimes. So we'll love to draw land next turn to play another Hangarback Walker, and maybe I can graft onto that. So I'm gonna play the Llanowar Reborn and play the Walking Ballista and attack with a Hangarback. I'm not gonna graft because I would like to graft onto a Hangarback for maximum damage. We can block anyway. They missed a land drop, so they have 3 auras probably in hand or another Boggle or something. So we just wait. They're at 19. We have a chance to kill them with Ravager and Hangarback and Llanowar Reborn. Especially with draw another land. They found a land. It's important to be thinking what could be in their hand, right? So they just stop like this land. So they are drawing. This is good for us. Green, that's another creature. It's kind of stop us from winning actually because they can block. I mean, not the end of the world. I think we could even kill them just by making a giant ballista and just shooting them down. No blocks. Funny that this is a trigger, not even lifelink. Okay, so what happens if we play Ravager and Hangarback? Let's just make some counts, right? So this will be 4 counters. This will be 4 counters here. That means 10 counters. That's 12 counters. That's a 16. I think this probably almost surely thing. So we play a Hangarback. 2 Boggles in 1 game. Yeah. Yes. Then we play a Ravager. Now we attack with both. At least I Hangarback Walker. Maybe playing the Ravager last turn was better, but no blocks. No blocks. So we stack here. They are not seeing this line. As I said the other game, they Boggles players are not known for their, all the respect to the Boggles players out there. They're not known for the big brain plays. They're known maybe for like good mulligan decisions and stuff like this, but definitely not for the big brain. I mean, this is already enough, right? 12, yeah. They're not blocking. It's funny. Yes. Over onto the Ballista. Yeah. They take a lot. So save targets here, and then if I do control, I hold control and I say remove. Doesn't say. Oh, there must be a way to do this anyway. Somebody comment, I need to watch it again, how to do this trick so you can just kill them very fast. Okay, that was a fairly easy game. They didn't draw like the big auras, like the big Cornet, that auras. We bring in Dismembers, we do the same as we did last time. Thrones, yeah, some seem just low, right? Same with animation module. So we bring Dismember and Gemrazer. The reason we bring in the Dismember is for the core. They play Dryad Arbor, which is a prime target for Dismember, and they play Core Split Dancer, which is a guy. Basically, it becomes strong. Like it gets +2/+2 for every aura, and every time they cast an aura, they draw a card. It's kind of an engine for them. So post-war, they probably make some more removals, so it becomes more of a grindy battle. But I don't want to really leave animation model because it doesn't do anything. Yeah. So and Gemrazer can deal with an enchantment. It's actually the only thing we have to deal with enchantment. Probably Gemrazer. I mean, there's probably a debate going on. I don't know if it's a debate, but there's probably some people are thinking, is Gemrazer good or bad? I mean, I don't think it's great, but it's not bad. The fact that it's not instant speed hurts. Okay, that's a ley line of Sanctity. We have Inkmoth Nexus skill in hand, so. The Boggle. I mean, we can probably go for a fairly fast skill. If we draw Worker. That's a Ballista. So we're just gonna start with Hardened Scales. So because we have Inkmoth, we have this. So this is 6 counters onto the Inkmoth. What do you think? If we draw a Worker, another Welding Jar. So this is and has first strike. Sure. I'm gonna play the Ravager, and it has Trample. No Liveling. For the enemy. 2 cards in hand for opponent. Not really needed this. We can save this and name in case we draw a Gemrazer. Probably gonna play the Inkmoth Nexus. I don't even want to play the Ballista. Problem is Ballista doesn't do the double damage thing. I'm just gonna play the Ravager most likely. I mean, if they, there's a small chance they have a removal spell, right? But we'll play the Ravager. If they have path, well, that sort of sucks. I mean, on the draw, I generally don't love my chances against Boggles, so they have another canopy. They draw. That's good for us. That's excellent. Worker does the kill, I think. So Worker would be. It has reach, but it doesn't have vigilance. So it's first strike, reach, trample. Can't really block it. That's first strike. 11. Worker does it, right? So it would be 4, 5. I think Worker does it. Worker? No, not this time. What about Blinkmoth? So we play Blinkmoth. Activate it. Sacrifice it. This is 4 counters, 6 counters. Move here. It's 7 counters. This is just not enough. I'm gonna play the Blinkmoth Nexus and the Scrapyard Recombiner and try to block this next turn. And then go for the Inkmoth kill the turn after. Scrapyard Recombining, it's pretty good so far. I'm gonna attack anyway because I'm not gonna block with the Ravager. Might as well attack. To read this, would it make sense to read this actually? Probably makes sense. Anyway, it's not. Unless we draw another Ravager, that's the only reason it would not be good to read it. But I mean, we can even probably just kill them by attacking. So yeah, let's see. My plan here, yeah, is to block. They could have Path to Exile. That would be, of course, very bad. But I mean, you're gonna play around everything. Right? We're kind of more worried of not dying. So first strike again. So that's double first strike. Probably not the aura they want though. I mean, this has trample, so I don't even know if it makes sense to block it. It just makes 0 sense to block it. I'm just gonna hold on. They have a white here. This could be a this could be a Path to Exile, and that would be unfortunate. Gemrazer. You know, that's the problem, right? That So if we go all in here and they have path, we lose. Is there a way to play around it? So they have Hex, bro. This cannot kill. This Hex. I can play Forest. Play both of these. And attack. Let's see what it is. So this take a path. I'm just gonna tag with both of these. Should I sack here? If I sack here, this becomes 6/6. Then I'm just not. So now I'm gonna play the Ballista. So that's my plan. My plan is to have these two blockers. I'm gonna put the Modeler onto one, and the Ravager can go into the other one. And then we kill them afterwards. So they have one turn. They didn't path. Of course, they could have the protection from creatures, and that would suck. The land, it's probably not the end of the world. Link and turn damage to gain you gain damage life. Okay, it's only 6 though. Attack. One card in hand. We can block. Oh, double block. If they attack, I'm gonna double block. No attacks. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Pendelhaven. That's not too bad. I'm just gonna attack with Blinkmoth as well. Just gonna do it now. So we attack, and then we sacrifice whatever they block. They have one card in hand. It could be path. Could be another land. They have no missed lands this time, right? That's a fetch. Right arbor. Oh, I did not play around that. No, just shoot it down. Oh. Blocks here. Blocks here. I'm just gonna hit this. So right here. This is just death by them. So if they don't do anything, they die. So I got this actually. Yep. Easy game. All right, I'll see you for round 5. It's always hard to find the stop recording button. Hello and welcome to, okay, by the way, to round 5. We're playing against LACG88 and we are on the play and we have a very, very medium hand. We're on the play. This is the draw a good key, but on the play, there's a chance we don't draw a hand. This becomes god-awful. This hand is not much better. I mean, not like excellent, but it has some good stuff. We keep that, giving 7. We just beat Bogles.again. Quite interesting. They didn't find David Cornet. I think that's basically the reason we won. Lands are good. Maybe Welding Jar. I mean, it depends on the match. If Welding Jar is great or is it very bad, right? Probably inclined to win the Welding Jar just because it's a card that is more like swingy. It could be, yeah, be great or pretty. I'm gonna play a forest and play animation module. No, opponent's reading a card. No. So that's what we're playing against. Blue, black, Dimir. Inverter. Two Toxis. Oh, we're playing against Crabvine. Keeping chill on Narcomoeba straight away. Okay. Okay, opponent. Narcomoeba. So, yeah, Welding Jar was medium. I'm gonna play the Worker and make a servo. Always yield to this. Next time we can play a Scrapyard. I mean, we're playing against Crabvine. This is kind of a newer. Yeah, just two more Narcomoebas and a Creeping Shield. No Priced Amalgams though, and one Benchvine. The thing is, you don't cast this, it's just a trigger, so this doesn't trigger Benchvine. They have two Benchvines inside in graveyard. Pretty scary, but yeah. We have 14. I don't know why we flipped. Did we shock? Did we fetch? No. Oh yeah, it's just Creeping Shield. brutal. What's what it is? That's Hangarback. I kind of like playing Hangarback better than playing Scrap. I mean, do I? Scrapyard. I'm probably gonna die with this servo through Sweet Ult. I mean, they could bring back the Benchvine next turn. Play Scrapyard, we're gonna look for Ballista. Good. And then we can make a servo next turn. I think playing a Hangarback actually gives me more servos. I'm gonna attack with one of the servos. I mean, probably not gonna be blocking unless they bring back those Benchvine. And just create. But yeah, I'm gonna play the Hangarback. I'm not sure here. I'm honestly not 100% sure. We're gonna make a servo. Pass the turn. The servo can block, the worker can block the other Benchvine and pump this Hangarback. I'm pretty afraid of. Okay, so this is Teacher Supply. Do they have another creature that can bring back Benchvine, which is pretty scary? And they do. They don't. We'll see. This kind of matchup is always kind of hard. So they have the Merfolk like, oh, of course they always have it. This is a great card for target. So I got the Benchvines back. We're gonna block with Servo and Worker. I'm gonna take three. Like three Narcomoebas are really rough. So we're gonna block with Servo and Worker. This actually blocks super well. So maybe attacking there was not the most smart. I mean, this is not looking even. Oh, okay. Ballista. Thing is, I think they're going a bit too wide for us to stop them. So, kind of Scrapyard. The problem with Scrapyard is that because we have Hardened Scales. Or Ozolith or something, this just doesn't do it. I mean, we kind of need both Hardened Scales and Ozolith at this point, and that's sort of rough. I'm gonna name Construct. There's no reason to. I mean, it doesn't really matter. 3/3. I mean, we could kill one of these by blocking. Oof. So we can make this in a servo block. Just kind of like pumping the Hangarback, honestly. And become. Yeah. So I'm not gonna attack. Yeah, we need Hardened Scales and an Ozolith or a Ravager, and that's where Ancient Stirrings be good card. So when they declare attackers, I'm gonna pump. So they attack with pretty much everything, I'm assuming. So what do I want to block? I want to block both Benchbinds. I can block here and eat this. We can recast it. Or I can block here and take 2. I don't like taking. So yeah, you go here, Servo, you go here. They can recast it, or at least this uses their mana. Pump here. Yeah, this is not a winning proposition, let's say. We're doing this game. I'm just losing. Lots of lines, and they look like they have things to do with their mana. No lands. Oh boy. Are we dead? No. No creeping. But prize amalgams galore. They can bring back the Grave Crawler, and that will bring back the prize amalgams. I mean, regardless, I think we earned it. Maybe the first hand was better against them than this hand, but sacrifice itself. Servos. This too wide, too fast, too soon. You know, like they didn't miss a beat. They started with Creeping Shields. The Creeping Shield was twice, 3 Narcomoebas, Gravecrawler, and 2 Vengevines, and yeah. Okay, so what do we wanna side in? I think. How is Benchvine worded actually? The trigger. It's made Torpor Orb is good. So it says whenever you cast a spell, if it's a second creature spell you cast this turn, but it's okay, does not enter in the battlefield when you cast a spell. So Torpor Orb doesn't really do it. What does Crabvine bring in these days? I'm just having a look. I will show it now. So Wretch, Crabvine. Is there anyone that would play this? Maybe. There you go. So it was a 16th place here. See? Probably the least. I always kind of tend to think this is the least we're playing against when we. So they have the gold, they have price amalgams, Narcomoebas, Stitches Suppliers. So what does Torpor Orb mean? So it says creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities. This is not a creature entering the battlefield. Only priced amalgam. It's stopped by Torpor Orb. So there's no point in playing Torpor Orb. What do they have on the sideboard? Leyline of the Void, Armored Ego, Collective Brutality, Thoughtseize, Nature's Claims, and Fatal Pushes. They could be playing Leylines. That would be rather annoying. We actually could bring in the Gemrazer. Let's think. We have the relics. I'm gonna cut one. Oops, not one animation module. I'm gonna cut a couple of these because it's just slow. They'll not seem to. I mean, they could play Fatal Push against us. I guess they could bring in a ton of interaction, but do they really want to bring so much interaction? I'm not sure. In Welding Jar, they're most likely gonna bring in some sort of interaction. Throne of Geth seems like extremely slow. I think a couple of Gemrazers could be good just to. Maybe cut away. Like if they have maximum 3 removal spells, maybe one Junk can go and have Gemrazer just in case they bring Leyline of the Void, which is pretty hard to beat for us, and it also has reach. Looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad, honestly. I'm gonna leave in one Welding. I think this is the build. Cunning One animation model, because you saw, you know, like, it doesn't really, it only wins when you're already kind of ahead, and then it can create a ton of blockers. If you're behind, we could be behind. So, what's this looking like? Ozolith, Ravager, Inkmoth, 5 lands. And if you think about 5 lands, is that most likely you are, you know, you're going to draw things that are not lands from now on, right? So because you have only 19, I have only 19 lands left in my deck and a ton of spells. Or do we draw like 2 more lands? We kind of bad. We have like a 1 turn play, turn 2 play, so I'm inclined to keep this hand. Just has the Ozolith. It doesn't have hate though. Maybe we do need the hate. I would probably, but these are fine. I would be more inclined to mulligan for hate on the draw. And I'm gonna start with just basic personal. We haven't drawn many Ozoliths this league. Also, it's, you know, you see less Ozolith when you play Legends Strings. How it is. So they had on crap us. Second Ozolith is not the dream, of course. We're in Ravager here. Maybe they cut the Narcomoebas. Of course, eat this Ozolith. And the other one. Okay, that's a double thing. It's 3 cards, so they could get 6 of them. That's a Creeping Chill and a Vengevine. Wow. This is rough, not gonna lie. They can do it on the stack, so... Sure. Stack. Shock. Another Hidden Crab trigger. I guess they could get the guy that brings gets back from the graveyard when you gain life. Okay, this was not such a good one. They could cast two creatures right now, and that would be pretty rough. 2 Vengevines, I mean, if they get 2 Vengevines down on turn 2, only a Relic of Progenitus is what I want. Well, hopefully no Nature's Claim, that would be rather bad. This green makes me think they may have an Nature's Claim. Maybe they Nature's Claim the Ozolith, that would be fun. They're thinking. I think they have an Nature's Claim. Oh, blue? Black. They put a ton of cards in the graveyard. They did bring the Leyline of the Void, so it's nice to know. There's a 1 Narcomoeba, Glimpses. Didn't really... Only the Revenge Vines. So yeah, we draw a no priced amalgams. Okay, so if they draw... I'm pretty sure they could have an Nature's Claim here. Ballista. May try to go for the Ballista route here. They sack here, play another Ozolith. Play a Ballista. Is that a play? Or just play a Ballista and graft onto it? Could also play. Could also attack, right? Sacrifice the Ozolith they block. I kill 1 Narcomoeba, that's something. Then and if they don't block, I do that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna attack. The Leyline of the Void they're playing, so it's important to keep this in mind. They also can cast the Leyline of the Void. It's not like one of these decks that has Leyline of the Void. I don't think I would bring in Leyline of Sanctity as our Bogles opponent did last game, so I'm just gonna attack them. What do they do? They don't block, so I could eat the Ozolith, but I'm probably gonna save it just because it seems that they could have the I'll save it. They could have a Nature's Claim. So I'm gonna play Llanowar Reborn and the Ballista. Important to pay for it. I've done it only once and then opponent ran on it. That was great. So we go like this. I mean, Ballista can deal with the Narcomoeba and open up like a kill with the Ozolith next turn if they somehow tap out. They could tap outside, so yeah, they attack with Narcomoeba. They're not afraid of anything. They most likely have Nature's Claim. They wouldn't. This is play you would never make if you didn't have Nature's Claim or some sort of interaction. Nature's Claim on the Ravager. I think I'm just gonna light resolve game for life. So they for sure had the Nature's Claim. They had it last turn. Also, maybe they had the Ballista. I mean the Ballista. They have a ton of interaction. Yeah. Problem is, if they bring me back another Narcomoeba, we're kind of in trouble. I'm not sure if I want to shoot here or want to keep the counters. So this will be one extra counter if we shoot. If we don't shoot, I mean. So there will be 3 counters coming here. 10 o'clock. So, okay, when you made the Inkmoth Nexus, we bump it. That's a 2-2. Then 3 counters go into it. 5-5. That's a 6-6 actually. No, 3 counters will be a 5-5. So it attacks. Goes down to 5. Then probably we can find a way to deal with it. Okay. I'm gonna kill it. I'm just gonna kill it. Just gets rid of one of the. They reprint the Fatal Push, by the way. That's super nice. Yeah, we just let it go. So yeah, they had this. I mean, yeah, they missed a land drop. Another Inkmoth. Not much to play unlike just playing with Blinkmoth Nexus, animating the Inkmoth Nexus. Go into combat. That's the problem with this deck, you know, we're drawing so many I mean, I kept a 5 lander, but this deck plays 24 lands and has no way of filtering, so yeah. Take 4 poison. I mean, they can easily kill us pretty fast with the... Yeah, but just, I mean, with this hand and what they had, I mean, I don't know, Creeping Chill and Narcomoeba, okay, that sucks. The Narcomoeba sucks. 4 cows in hand. That's a lot of cards. Priced amalgams galore. Okay, we're kind of lucky they didn't get the priced amalgams before. Okay, that's animation module. They don't have ways to really put counters on things. So I'm just gonna activate this attack. Make them block. We're very close to dying. They have so many. Block. It. So not much more we can do than playing this. And we have a Blinkmoth to block. Very nice. Nah, I'm not gonna. They just casted this, not gonna be okay. 3 Pokemon, fine. That's how we die very, very quickly upon people. We need to find a way to make servos. Yeah, maybe I should just mulligan that hand, who knows. 2 priced amalgams. Also, Ancient Settings makes it so it's so much less likely to find your hate cards. Maybe I should have just mulliganed it more, because it seems that... Yeah, I also have an icon here to block. So seems that we are in deep trouble here. We're gonna take 12. If I wanna block even. Maybe a Ravager could do it. Ravager could do it. But come on, baby. Ravager could do it. Well, that's 2 triggers. Ugh, Welding Jar. So with that here, there's no way we can put counters over here and then make a servo. Oh, great. Ah, man, this 6 lands. Yeah, I get a 5-lander, I know, but drawing this double Ozolith. Yeah, if we didn't have this Narcomiva, we would kill them, right? Because we can Inkmoth, pump. That's 4, 5, 9. Yeah. Almost. There's nothing we can do. I don't think there is a line. There's no, not even hoping for lines. So that is it. They beat us. I wonder. I mean, really, we need just only Ravager did it, or Relic of Progenitus drawing it there. So, okay, I'm gonna went 3 and 2. We got pretty much like Crabvine, honestly, like pretty rough. They had some good hands. I mean, especially this hand, they had like double interaction. That kind of, we only had 1 piece of interaction. We could play around it, but double, that was kind of hard. And yeah, we lost the control match. I think we could have won if we had more time and I had played faster, but I was pretty tired. Alright, so we got 100 points and 1 qualifier thing. Let's open this lonely chest. And then I'm gonna give some thoughts about the deck list. Some random forest and some... Oh yeah, I learned from a streamer that you can actually just kill. High-end technology. It's a demon. Apocalypse demon. It's ugly. A lot of things. So 10 points. Okay, so this list is basically was the list that won or went 9th on the mocks. And of course the mocks had a different meta. The reason it has changed, of course, is because Asteroid has been banned. And now we're seeing, not in this league specifically, but now the control flavor of choice is either Simic Reclamation, plays no white, or ban Snowblade, or blue-white Miracles. That's kind of the 3. Miracles, I mean, probably one of our worst matchups. Terminals does so much work, you know, like dealing with Hangarback Walkers, no death triggers, all that stuff. So it's a tough matchup. But ban Snowblade, it's more like a mid-range game matchup. And in the mid-range matchups, Ancient Ceilings kind of shines, you know, allows you to find the key pieces, the key time. Like card quality is very important in mid-range matchups. Whereas this list is kind of built for maximum grinding capacity. Like grinding against, like what was Ban Snowblade, maybe Miracles, this style of decks. Which it's fine, it's just kind of like, yeah. Sultai, especially Sultai, they still play Sultai. So all these decks you still see, it's just the mana is worse. So they're a bit more susceptible to being aggroed out. And that's what this list doesn't really do a lot of, is aggroing people. And it's 24 lands, I mean, it's feeling like a bit too much. I honestly think you could just play 2 Nurturing Pillars in this deck. I mean, I don't see a cost at all on playing 2 Nurturing Pillars. Like the same configuration, 2 less forest less, and then 2 Nurturing Pillars. Probably even cutting 1. I like the Cavern of Souls, honestly. The Cavern of Souls is could be pretty great. Since that we had enough green sources to cast our spells in all games, and you know, like the Cavern of Souls I like. I think I could experiment a bit more. Blinkmoth Nexus was, I mean, we use the ability. We even attack with it sometimes, but is it better than having a Darksteel Citadel? Maybe against Eldrazi is better to have a Blinkmoth Nexus. I'll experiment with one of my normalists. One thing I learned is that early game, and some of the games that we won was thanks to a very strong early game, you don't need Ancient Strings. You don't actually would like not to have Ancient Strings in your early game, because Ancient Stirrings is a tempo negative play. So you play it, cast it, right? And nothing is not all you do is make your hand better, either by finding the missing land or by finding a threat. But you don't really change the board. You don't change the board at all. Whereas this list that doesn't play Ancient Stirrings really takes advantage of that. The ability of not dying to. Dredge is back, Crabvine is back. I think we need some sort of Crabdiger's Cage. Just to have even the option. Also, you can stop Neoform, and if there was some collected company deck. Welding Jar, I mean, a lot of people are just playing Path to Exile. I would not see, I mean, it's just such a bad top deck. Maybe 1 or 2 is fine. Maybe I would play 1 back. And the thing is now, if you look at the results, and I can look at them here, I mean, I'm just ranting a bit. So this is the Modern Challenge of this weekend. Eldrazi won it all, and I mean, there's some amount of Eldrazi. We played around against it a lot. There's some bank control, and this bank control features Stoneforge Mystic, Icefang Call, and Uro. Very few Planeswalkers, some form of counter magic, but in total, 5 counter magic spells, 2 Sovereign Verdicts. So, Veil of Summer is actually not very good against it. I mean, it's actually pretty bad. And 1 Mystic Sanctuary only, which is good to see. So they're just playing this for the potential lock. And a lot of lands, 25 lands and a lot of shocks. So it's pretty hard for them to get to the Icefang Call Hand Death Touch. Even though it works, like if you have 2 Icefang Calls, they kind of help each other. So this is more like a mid-range list. I think Relic of Progenitus is great against them. Stops Uro, stops Cryptic Loops, stops... What else does it stop? Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary. In general, I would bring in the Relic against them. Maybe not 3, but 2. But this deck is much better against servos, you know, because Battle Skull attacking you or servo kind of makes it pretty bad. Maybe some sort, some amount of Gemrazers could be good, especially uncountable Gemrazers with Cavern of Souls. Then the other deck that has been growing up a lot is Grixis Death Shadow and John Death Shadow. Pretty different playstyles, but kind of similar. These are, you know, you want black removal again. I mean, Veil of Summer against this. They have so much black removal, some counter spells, so they have some rejections on the sideboard. So really good to bring in more Colligan's Command. So really bringing in those Veils here. And John is also on the upswing. So John Shadow is up on the upswing. And there's some amount of control. And also a lot of graveyard decks. You see that is at least 3 Dredge players. So this is Dredge, I think. This is a Sultai. This is also Veil sounds pretty good against this. So there's Sultai, Dredge, and Crabvine. All these decks are coming back. So we need to be careful with that. And not a lot of big mana. So if I have to configure my sideboard right now for this kind of metagame, let's say, this deck plays only 2 Dismembers, and I could almost get behind it, because really Dismember is only for the matchups like Regri Midrange, where you want to kill the Collector Roof. But reality is, like, you have a lot of ways to win through Collector Roof nowadays, and it could be fine to just keep it at 2. I don't think you need the 4 animation models anymore, because also they're not that great against Stoneforge in general. I would play 2 Relics and 1 Crabdiger's Cage. At least 1 Crabdiger's Cage, if not 2, because there's a lot of graveyard going around. Gemrazers I would like to keep trying on my normal list, let's say. So my normal list is this one. This is what I normally play. I could see myself going down 1 Dusted Citadel, playing 1 more Blinkmoth Nexus. Going down 1 Ancient Stirrings, and for either a Welding Jar, probably for a Welding Jar, or another Metallic Mimic. And I saw, yeah, maybe one animation model down for a 3rd Metallic Mimic. I just sensing this card is... Metallic animation model is great against control, but this kind of control is more like a mid-rangey, so sometimes the animation model kind of gets a bit back. I really missed Metallic Mimic on those leaks. I think like we had no option to be explosive. We were always playing 1/3 turn, you know? And that's good when one is trading 1 for 1, but when opponent just floods the battlefield with creatures, it's kind of rough. I could also see myself getting up 1 more Llanowar Reborn, so cutting 1 animation module, cutting 1 Ancient Strings, bringing in 1 Llanowar Reborn, 1 metallic mimic extra, and canning 1 dusty for Blinkmoth Nexus. That could probably be like where I am in terms of change. I like the 2 Torpor Orbs because if you look, in fact, there is a lot of humans, there's some amount of goblins, and Dredge also gets kind of stopped by Torpor Orb, like Price Amalgam and Mox of Wilderness. So Torpor Orb is really good right now, I think. And if there's some kind of Titan deck, I would rather play Torpor Orb than Damping Sphere because they can play around Damping Sphere pretty easy. But Torpor Orb, it always stops the Titan trigger, which is kind of what Kill does. So this is what I would do. That's the main changes I would make. Probably keep 2 Bells of Summer. And Karn, I would probably change just because, like, I was playing Karn because for ban Snowblade or ban Snow Control with Arcbound Worker, it was pretty hard to deal with Karn. They only have like Ice Fan Coral to attack it. And you know, Karn can just keep picking up, or they can make constructs and just kill them basically. But now that they have these swords and they have, they're basically playing more creatures. They're playing also sometimes, like Stormforge Mystic Battle Skull. Karn is not so good because unless you have something to defend it, then it doesn't become, like, it's not that great. And spending 4 mana on a threat that you need to defend is not really good, especially because Bale is really good versus Giant and increases that shadow. So I would probably would do something like, this would be Gemrazers. And Damping Sphere, you know, like, honestly, I think this is not the time for Damping Sphere. We could probably cut it all together. Maybe there's some time of control match, but I would think that, you know, bringing 1 Grabdiggers Cage. So doing something like this, 3 Gemrazers. Oh, we actually have lots of spaces. Huh. Actually, I thought I would be. So we put. I will just do it right now. You can just close it if you're bored. I'll play this list my next league, so you can. Gemrazer. So yeah, I will probably do something along these lines. We could have the one-off Damping Sphere. You know, Damping Sphere is not great, but it could be that it saves us sometimes. So also, it's not Nasium, and Nasium is good. Like, Damping Sphere is good against that Nasium. Yeah, 3 Dismembers. Actually, what I would like to try is more like something like this. That's what I would try. I mean, that's more the cyber at least. So like bringing 2 Nature's Con. This is good against. There's not a lot of burn running around actually, so maybe do something like this. So this is good against. This is good against red white prowess, against Gruul, all those cards. So I'll probably do this. Probably cut 1 of these. Cut 1. Bring Blinkmoth. And bring in Reborn. I'm probably gonna just and cut 1 of these for 1. So that would be my list right now, like what I would be playing going forward. We didn't go down in any green sources. We actually went up 1 land on the Llanowar Reborn, so we're playing 23 lands, but 3 tap lands. So yeah, that's sweet. I would like to try Cavern of Souls, right? So I probably cut a couple of forests. There's not that many Fields of Ruin anymore because we can play. So probably run like something like this. Cavern of Souls doesn't cast Veil of Summer, and it doesn't cast Strings or Hardened Scales, but it'll be fine like this. So Cavern of Souls it's a good overall card, can name Construct. And I don't know if I would be playing Crystalline Giant or I would be playing Scrapyard Recombiner. Scrapyard was strong in this league, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty amazing. Did a lot for the deck, so. But Crystalline Giant, I also felt that, you know, having sometimes access to this crazy ability counters could be great. And especially if you think you could just play Gemrazer on top of this, right? And then you still have these abilities. And he will say something like, I'm not sure if you can get a counter of ability if it already has the ability. Probably yes, right? That's kind of anti. I'm not sure about the 4 Dismembers. I mean, the more I look at them, the more it seems a bit excessive. Maybe we just play. Actually, I could see myself drawing down 2 Dismembers and playing the 2 Damping Spheres, just in case we find the Tron match in the ladder or in the leaks. Yeah, something I would be. I mean, I would not. This prowess is actually pretty prevalent right now, and probably Dismember is really good against that. I like the 4 pieces of Graveyard Hate. I like this list in general, like this. Probably will be missing one animation model against control. And control is popular. So, but we have 3 Llanowar Reborns. It really makes maybe more sense to do something like this. So still keep the 2 metallic mimics. Bring in the 3 Reborns. 3 Reborns and animation models play really well together. And yeah, I don't really feel comfortable going down 4. Yeah, probably will play still on 1 Damping Sphere. Just for, we're playing Ancient Stealing, so Ancient Stealing can find the 1-off Damping Sphere anyway. I would probably see myself, if Throne becomes bigger and Titan becomes bigger, cutting another Dismember for another Damping Sphere. That's what I will be playing. Anyway, that video got a bit long, I guess, in the end. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for more leaks coming up soon. Please subscribe if you like the content, and I will keep making it, even if you don't subscribe. But if you subscribe, you make me happy, you know, and a happier YouTuber is a more productive YouTuber. Also, they say.